Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Sunset Ranch on the Channel64 SMP. Over the last couple of weeks, I took a little bit of time over Christmas to just kind of relax and do some planning. And as you can see from that little time-lapsey intro, this has been the result of my planning. And let me share a few things with you real quick here. Beside the big old bouncy castle stream project that we still have to work on, I have designed this area to have as much of a certain kind of flow, and I want you to kind of feel like you would want to explore the area. So let me do a quick little walkthrough on my thought process here. Right here is going to be the main entrance to this area, and here I'm going to be doing a larger tower, probably a clock tower, that kind of thing. Just to kind of give it a little bit of presence right when you're coming in. But also you're going to be walking through the clock tower, which I thought would be a kind of a neat idea. Pardon the mess. You would then come through and you would see a fountain. So then the fountain, you would want to kind of come up and look at the fountain, see what's going on there. But then when you're standing here, there's a couple of different options. One, you'll be able to see a little bit of a path going between the houses here. Over here, these points of scaffolding, plus the acrobatic horse, no idea how they got up there, they just did, but those are going to be trees, just to kind of give a little bit of an edge, but still be able to see through. So you'll be able to see kind of the stream project housing, you'll be able to see some lampposts, some of the other buildings kind of poking through. This obviously, well, may not be obviously, but this is going to become a house. So this house will be able to kind of block off a bunch of this, but you'll be able to see some buildings there. And if you were to sneak around the corner, you'll see that there's actually a little bit of a path that goes down to the kind of blacksmithy builds we did in the previous episodes. Back at the main square here, I've done a few things with the platform as well, where I've got this section over at this side here lifted up one block as well, just to kind of give it a little bit of height. So whatever I kind of put over there will be a little bit easier to see from this vantage point. So if you do see something that kind of catches your eye, like say there's a colorful wagon or a cart or a stand of some kind, like a market stall, if that's got a nice big pop of color to it, it's going to draw your eye and make you want to come over here to look at it. Then you'll be able to see there's going to be two trees here. You'll see this house over here, but then over to this way, there'll be a tree kind of blocking some of the vantage point, but you'll be able to see that you'll be able to go down this way as well. So by doing this, I'm trying to kind of make it a experience kind of area where you're going to want to walk around and explore the little corners, look in the houses, and gonna regret saying this, but I plan on doing interiors for all of these houses to add to the exploratory factors of the place. But this is going to take a couple of episodes to get done for sure, because I think I've got a clock tower kind of figured out. Other than that, I'm kind of needing to figure the rest of this out still. So don't panic. There is still more and lots to come. But then I do have this wall and a couple of, this is very rough right now, but I want to have kind of two towers here. Just kind of signifying, unfortunately, the edge of Sunset Ranch, because, well, I can't keep building this way forever. So I have kind of made this little area to end the area, so to speak. So we're going to have the wheat field. So I thought a couple of maybe something like grain silos here would be kind of a schnifty, but that's going to be kind of the edge of the area, which is, I think it's going to be okay. And if I do it right, it's going to be pretty cool, but it's of course going to take some time, but I'm okay with that. I like time. I like working on these projects. It's always been a good thing for me to have these kind of environment projects to work on, because, well, it's what I'm passionate about. So I hope you're willing to come along for the ride, because, well, it's going to be pretty amazing by the end of it. But I very much need to stop rambling. I'm so very sorry. The first thing we're going to be doing here is one of the other server mates, Loki, made a fantastic junkyard game. And I did a little bit of testing with Loki, and it was oh so very fun. But now there's going to be a larger group of us going in with a couple of the alterations Loki and I talked about. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So please enjoy these couple of clips here while I get myself situated and just get started on this project. Somebody's ready to start playing.
I have yet to figure out a name for. I guess we can call it the No Water Scrapyard. So rules, you're gonna get knockback swords in there. We can either go in through the front door or there's a back door. Either way, the front door is more dangerous. There's no advantage to either one. Grab a knockback wooden sword. Make sure you set spawn inside of the office. And then there are a couple gold buttons on the ground, or gold spots with a button. It just has dried kelp in there in case you get low on hunger. And then the trash, which looks like bone meal, is going to be spawning all around throughout the arena and including inside of the ambulance. Also, the knockback swords, it is encouraged to attack each other with it. Please try not to attack the Ravagers because they have limited health and you got to heal them up every once in a while.
Is this a game or are we just picking up your trash for you? Because that's what it feels like.
It's a game.
Cool.
I mean,
3, 2, 1, go.
go.
Red, because you're covered in blood.
Team
Trash.
Mangrove.
You're dead.
Yep, Team Mangrove.
Ow! Ah!
Yes, Brutus.
Go. We're red. We're red.
We're red.
I haven't
Yep.
seen a single piece of trash.
Me neither.
They're around. Just have to wander through.
That would be a great troll, though, wouldn't it? No trash. Ah! Yeah!
Yeah, get him.
This
We're
is
gonna run out of
fun!
swords really
My partner.
fast.
I'm finding more swords than I am garbage. Ow! I have yet to find a piece of trash, and I'm very sad.
I might have lost one. I didn't realize I had 2 at some point. No.
Playing with a handicap right now.
You didn't follow the instructions. Well.
Go. Oh, where are we at? I need to look at the score.
Ravager just took damage.
We've got quite a bit
Hey.
to their nothing.
Oh, ow.
Oop, not going that way. oh. I felt that.
Okay, back in the game. Back in the game. This is it. This is it.
Come here, Loki.
Oh, you can't get through here. Oh, but that's protect you
Ah.
from.
Yeah.
Jess, I'm thinking we just go for a different strategy.
I was trying to engineer some content then by saying, "Can he see me?" I don't think he can see me, and then he can kill me. Ow!
Got him. Ow.
Let's do this. Game point.
No. Okay, I gotta do a quick sweep and try and pick up some swords because they're everywhere.
Yeah, if you could pick up swords and anything on the ground, I'm gonna shut the game off here real fast.
Cool.
And then Duds, you're gonna be on my team, and then hit people with the sticks, and then drop them off one at a time. Not yet.
Easy now, easy.
Drop them off in the corresponding bins. All right, and on your mark, set, go.
Ah! Sticks.
Ooh, piece of trash.
Oh. Nice.
That was Ravager in my face. Ah! Put it in the right bin this time.
Face mask.
No.
That's not Terek.
I am in places where I don't want to be anymore.
Terek lured it towards me.
Yep. One's having a bad day. It's not having a bad day anymore.
Go. What team color are we, Terek?
Blue.
Yes. Ah. Looking. Is there some sort of sound signal that tells us where trash is? Oh, found some! No, 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 no! Run, no! Run, you stupid me! I've got to get to the rubbish. No, you know, you're camping. That's cheating. That's cheating. Wolfenstein. It's a quick think of a first-person shooter.
Ow, ow, ow,
25
ow,
years old.
Ow. Ooh, got a piece of trash. Got a piece of trash.
Yes, I protect you from the hood. Oh no, that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, eat it.
He's over here.
No offense. Bit of fun.
I got him.
Ooh,
Oh,
raining,
Duds had a
it's
piece of trash on
raining.
him. Duds had a piece of trash.
God, where is? Where?
I got it. I'm running. Ha-ha!
Onwards.
I got it.
Yes.
Come here, Duds. Come here.
How many points do we get?
I launched Duds into the hole and a Ravager killed him. And I got it on camera. I'm so happy. Piece of trash. I know where a piece of trash is.
I don't know. One's got Duds written above its head.
Well, I can't pick up half the time. Like that piece of trash I just killed Jess for, like I had to stand on it for 30 seconds to pick it up.
That's not good.
Lag.
It's too laggy.
I have way too many swords.
I've got way too many heads.
Ow,
I mean, they say 2 heads is better than 1, but I've got like 15.
Yeah, well, we're not going out that door.
Buttons do anything on the floor?
Maybe.
No, they don't. Well, the
this
ones
is
in
not
the
your
gold
game.
they do.
Nice.
The ones in the gold do. It's food.
Oh, hello. Nice.
Get the trader.
Yay! Oh, that was so cool.
Yay! We won! We
That
won!
was awesome. Ouch.
I'm going
No,
back
that's
inside.
Game over, man.
Thanks everybody for playing. That was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
I'm
Yay!
glad we got to finally play it.
Yay! It's a Jess turtle.
Jester.
I hope you enjoyed those clips as much as we had fun playing the game. It was spectacular and good times were had by all. But now it is time to get to work. So I have gone ahead and collected some fancy materials here, and we are going to go ahead and build a big old clock tower to kick this little area off in style. Let's go. And what you think about that? It's a little bit of a different take, but it's my take on a little clock tower, especially one that with a throughway, which I really like. But I've realized now that I've built the build, there's a couple of things that I liked apparently when I built it that I don't really like now, such as these iron bars. So I think I'm going to make a couple little tweaks here just to kind of help bring it a little bit more alive. So I think the iron bars are going to come out and just kind of open this up. Maybe some brick stairs in there for a little bit of added character. And then we do need a little bit of greenery. So I'm thinking like a little planter box right there. A little bit of something will be some light inside, maybe a little bit more greenery in here. So let me go grab a couple of things real quick here, and then let's make this just a little bit even better than it is already. Oh, and yes, there is a ticking noise. That is some fancy little redstone. Let me show you real quick. With the little cheaty cam, it's just a little redstone clock that just goes around and tick, tick, tick. Yes, I know it's a lot, and we'll see how long we can stand it. But for right now, I wanted to try doing something to add an ambiance to an environment via sound versus movement. So, you know, there's the challenge of having things moving around in Minecraft, but what about things like sound? So I'm trying to add things like the fountain for water flowing, and then the sounds of the ticking clock to add a little bit more ambiance that way. So we'll see how long it lasts. But yeah, be right back. Okay, I have done some pondering, and I've come up with a couple of ideas. So I have this wonderful mess of an inventory that we are going to use to make this just a little bit more homey, shall we say. So first things first, get rid of the iron bars because we're not going to want those anymore. They were a little too, I don't know, industrial maybe. So so we're going to do a little bit on the inside here first, and I'm going to have a little spot for two little benches here. So if you're, you know, maybe you're caught out in the weather and you just need a place to hang out for a minute while it finishes raining, you can sit here and watch the rain. You know, just something a little nice and fancy. But then I was thinking, just to add a little bit of life to the kind of environment, maybe we add a little item frame here with a book, and then we can do our trigger IF and Viz, and we can kind of have the story that, you know, somebody was caught here in the rain, and then they set their book down and they were just watching the rain and the world go by, and then they forgot their book there, unfortunately. But adding that kind of little bit of a detail just for, well, just because it's there. So, but then I wanted to do something on the other side other than just benches. So then that's going to be a couple of little composter planters, but I like actually filling them up, not quite all the way, because then it's easy to acquire one piece of bone meal and it doesn't look the same. But yeah, fill it up at least to there. When you put your pot on, it doesn't quite look as floaty. It's still a little floaty, but it's less, right? And then just with a couple of little fancy leaves on top, like I said, it's just that little bit of something just for, well, the contrast of the color and whatnot as well. So all of that kind of helps. And then I'm just gonna slap a couple of these little stairs up in here to make this a little bit more arched as well, which I think looks rather nice. It still needs a little something in here, but I haven't gotten to that part yet. So we're just gonna do a little bit on the outside right here, which is going to be just a little nice planter. So by taking out these two little walls first, replace that, and I didn't bring any moss. 1 second. Moss has been acquired, so the moss goes there. A little trapdoor in front to cover it up, and then just a couple of little fancy flowers. But I just want to see if I can get to either of these spots have, aha, excellent. There we go. Just a little bit of something. And now if I wanted to, I could kind of add another little planter or a bench or a crate or something kind of in there, but that's a future thing potentially. But I did want to take advantage of the fact that these are jungle, and with jungle you can actually plant cocoa beans on it, just for, well, I don't know why, but it just sounded like a good idea, so we're gonna go with it. So a couple of there, and then I'm thinking 2 over here as well, just kind of like that. And they'll grow up and they'll just kind of be another little bit of added detail onto the building. I do have a couple of little vines as well, so we'll add a little bit of vines on here just for some added color. So the contrast of the red brick and the green vines should look quite nicely. Just gonna tuck that up there, a little bit up in there. There we go. And then what else did I have here? Well, I have to do the planter on this side. Oh, and then I have lights for inside as well because, well, it's actually kind of dark in here. So we'll just throw a couple little old lanterns up in here, and then we should be able to call this one pretty much done. And I have decided that I'm going to knock out a couple of these little trees here as well. So I think I'm going to be doing 1, 2, 3, and then there's 2 outside here real quick. But I'm going to have to get this fine little fella down safely. And then I'll knock out a couple of trees. And then I think we're ready to do our little old shader view of the build. Let's take a look. Alrighty. It has been a couple of days, IRL, as I've been a little bit busy. But I also took that time to really try and do something different with these trees, and I am very proud of them, I'm not gonna lie. So, ta-da. They are a fancy, don't you think? Trying to do something a little bit different. This was my first little experiment tree, which is very similar to the kind of style I've been doing, but I was started to integrate some of the moss in with some mangrove leaves. And then oopsies. Hello. I then integrated it into that kind of a little bit of a bushier styled tree, and I really like how these kind of have come out. And I really think I'm going to continue this little style kind of all through this little plateau-y area, and then I'm not sure how yet, but I do want to make like bigger ones over here, kind of to act as that natural barrier for the edge of Sunset Ranch here. I think this has come along oh so very well. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna crash into scaffolding. I don't think I've ever done that before, but I've done a couple more on the outside here. The other really nice thing about moss is you can actually put things like rooted vines or glowberries, that kind of thing on it as well, just to add a little bit more even to your tree. And in theory, I could even add, like I could take a little mid leaf there and add a little rooted vine there as well, just adding that little bit of extra detail into some trees, which I really, really like how this has come along. But it is definitely out of time, and this video is like a week late, so for that I'm very sorry, but I hope you have enjoyed it. And until next time, folks, thank you so very much for sharing your day with me. I truly do appreciate your support. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.